What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks podcast. I am Sam. Mike is not joining me today, but I will be doing a kind of a brand new way of kind of expressing my feelings. So if you ever read like a newspaper, like the New York Times, for instance, they have these things called opinion pieces where it'll be a single writer that just kind of talks about their opinion on something. And I'm going to be kind of doing that. Just, dropping quick opinions on thoughts that are revolving around the Seahawks. It's obviously been a wild couple of days, and we've cranked out like 3 videos in the last few days alone. So just, I feel like this is a time ripe for talking about what might happen in the future with this team. And really what I want to kind of discuss is the starting quarterback, and not necessarily what to do about the starting quarterback. I'm not going to discuss free agent quarterbacks. I'm not going to be discussing draft quarterbacks. I'm not going to be discussing trading for a potential quarterback, because all of those, we'll cover those in a different video. But I'm going to be talking about one guy in particular, and that's Drew Lock, the guy who we acquired in exchange for Russell Wilson from the Broncos, kind of as like not necessarily a filler. He was actually kind of like the headline player of the trade coming back to us. I mean, he obviously isn't the best, but he was kind of the headline player because he's a quarterback, and quarterbacks will always get that kind of love. But pretty much what I wanted to talk about is, do I think Drew Lock is capable of handling the starting quarterback position for this team for 17 games? Do I think that Drew Lock has any potential upside getting a new look? And can Drew Lock just play football for this team and just be a fill-in at the very least, and even potentially win games? That's my question. So I'm going to begin with the fact that, does Drew Lock have any upside joining this team? Does he have any chance of being a good player? Does he have any chance of even looking a little bit like he did at the beginning of his Broncos tenure, when they went, I believe, like 5-0 to end the year when he was starting? And it was this big thing like, man, this is the guy. I remember the year after, I really liked the Broncos. I thought they had everything. I thought Drew Lock was ready to take that next step, and it just never happened. So does this move bring any potential change to Drew Lock's game? Does it give him a chance to be good? Does it give him a chance to fulfill that potential that we knew that he had coming out of Missouri? And I would say yes. I think that there was a few things that playing for Denver really messed with Drew Lock. First, after that second year, the entire fan base and pretty much the entire coaching staff had given up on him. So it just totally wrecked his confidence. A lot of the times getting traded, especially if you're like a backup and you get traded to a team, it will often provide a confidence boost, because you're on a team that all of a sudden you're like, wait, this team wanted me. They put my name into the phone, talking to my GM saying, we want this guy. That is obviously going to be a good morale boost for any player, whether they're a 15-year veteran or a third year, or a third, 4th-year quarterback like Drew Lock. I think that Drew Lock also getting a new look at coaching, going to be joining a Sean McVay style offense that will also run the ball a lot, and will incorporate the pass in ways that will probably benefit him. I think Drew Lock has a ton of upside joining this offense. I think if he can get to learn Shane Waldron and potentially, just kind of begin to learn the true ins and outs of football, which he really didn't get to do while in Denver. He never really had full coaching support there. Of course, they were run by a defensive coach in Vic Fangio. And the fact that it felt like their offense was never really ever going to be there, obviously affected what Drew Lock could do and what Drew Lock could learn coming out of this. And just kind of, taking those steps to become a great player, let alone just kind of becoming serviceable, which he really never was on Denver, which is why I'm a little concerned about him potentially being the starting quarterback. But I think when you throw these weapons around him, you give him his old buddy and Noah Fant, who I think will genuinely assist him in kind of learning the game and just succeeding in Seattle in general. And also just kind of talking about what the receivers are. You're talking about Tyler Lockett on one side, hopefully DK Metcalf on the other. I'm not gonna be fully committal to that because I was fully committal to Russ 2 days ago. And how has that aged? I was fully committed to Bobby Wagner 2 days ago. How does that age? So I'm not gonna be fully committed to guys like DK who are gonna get phone calls. You never know what kind of Jesus offer will come in. However, I'm pretty confident that DK Metcalf will be a Seahawk next year. So when you're talking about Drew Lock being able to drop back, having that coaching support, having that sideline support, having a tight end that he has had the opportunity to gel with, having a hopefully consistent run game that will probably be the main focal point of the offense. And then on one side, you got Tyler Lockett, and on the other, you have DK Metcalf. How will that not help a young quarterback that never had the true offensive help and the true offensive success that he was looking for in Denver? As to the aspect of, do I think he can be the quarterback one for this entire season? I don't know. I'm a little bit 50-50 on that. Because a part of me does want to think, what if he is serviceable? What if we have a steady running game? He has like 20 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, which is like the definition of like mediocre and just kind of average. But as long, I think, as he's not offensive, I think that getting Drew Lock for the Seahawks is a win, because you're talking about a guy who kind of has been offensive in his career before. So you want to talk about if you can get him and even mold him into a somewhat better player, give him confidence. You can maybe bring him back on a small little deal, maybe go out and then, or if he's just the bridge quarterback to get you a Bryce Young or a CJ Stroud, or to let a Malik Willis or a Desmond Ridder sit on the bench and learn, or even a Matt Corral sit on the bench and learn for a year. Either way, that is a win. However, there's the other side of the argument that, well, what if he does suck? And what if he is just kind of bringing what he had in Denver to Seattle? Well, then at the end of the day, it's really no harm, no foul. He's kind of a throw in. He's kind of a safety blanket, we need a quarterback, throw in Drew, it's kind of something like that. In the end, I feel that that throwing Drew Lock in should not be considered a bad thing by Seahawks fans, because at the end of the day, John Schneider and Pete Carroll are not relying on Drew Lock as to be their franchise quarterback. We all know that. But giving him a chance and knowing the potential and the talent that he has, and surrounding him with the potential and talent of our offense, could really end up benefiting him in the future. I want to hear your opinion on this in the comments below. Let me know if you like the format, just kind of rambling about certain little topics here and there, rambling about just minor opinions, give my thoughts on a situation. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, leave a like, hit that bell, share with your friends and family. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.